their buttholes.
Oh, like I said, I like cake for breakfast.
Extra frosting, please.
Yeah. Friggin' Rhea Ripley and Bailey. And their tribal chief.
And the
So,
what?
The tribal cheeks.
Oh, the tribal cheeks. Okay, I thought you said tribal chief. I'm like, you threw me way off with that one. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you do you, boo.
So, Joe, it's been a while.
It has. It has.
Finally done moving shit in and out and in the trash. So,
Well, yeah, you had to move across the complex.
yeah. Down the stairs, across the complex. Thankfully, not back up the stairs, but it's nice living on the ground floor.
Winning.
I got one speed. I got one speed. I got one movement. Go.
Yeah, right. Just go.
So, Joe, how are you?
Good. Kids are good. I'm good. Tiff's good. I first day back in the gym today for me. So
You lift
me and
things
the
up
fam.
and put them down?
Yeah, I just left there about 15, 20 minutes ago. I shot, we signed up for the YMCA.
Oh, nice. Down at the YMCA.
Go. Get it in there. That's what she said. Get it in there.
She also said, is it in yet? Is it in yet?
Is it in yet? I'm going to pulverize you with this freaking Vienna sausage.
Yeah, I always say a quarter stick of dynamite, still a stick of dynamite.
And that's very true. Dynamite comes in small packages.
Yep.
That's what Asians say. So I think we're getting off topic here.
Yeah. What was the topic again? I don't remember. I didn't have anything right down. I'm not prepared. Just going to start falling and first time back in like a month.
We're going to talk about like all-time giants.
Yes. That's it.
So glad you could stretch and shit your pants on the podcast. That's cool.
I didn't shit my pants this time, thank God.
You're like, who's stretching?
I had taken speaking of shitting, I had back before with Katie, she was on Monjarno. So I took like her last 10 milligram one just to see how it is. That stuff makes you shit constantly. Granted, I've lost like friggin' like 16 pounds.
But you could stop shit.
You sneeze, you're like, oh, okay, I'll be right back. Like there were a couple times I thought I was seeing Jesus,
How much is in there?
For real. That's for
gotta be. I'm running on fumes here.
Last person to throw up gets the last piece of cake. But yeah, that was fun.
Sounds it.
So, greatest giants. I know we'd have a lot of the same people on our list, so
I think we would agree with what I think we'll both agree. And I'm going to start off number one with Phil Simms. Drafted it. What's that?
I was going to say you're starting off with Phil.
Phil Simms. He's not number one, but he's up there. 2-time Super Bowl champion. I believe he was drafted in 78 or 79. back when the Giants were essentially like the laughing stock of the NFL. Let's face it. I mean,
Times
not a
haven't
whole
changed.
lot. Well, we've certainly been a roller coaster. Not one that you want to go on again.
But yeah, here
But
we
here
are.
we are. Waiting in line again. He brought a lot of leadership to that team, led the team. He holds a Super Bowl record for highest completion percentage that is still yet to be broken. He went, I believe it was 23 of 25 or 22 of 25 for like 200 some yards and a few touchdowns in a Super Bowl. Like, so a little fact that you can take to trivia night if you happen to get on the subject of Phil Simms and Giants.
Yeah, if it's how it happens to come up.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, it'll come up one day and be like, holy shit, I know this. Like, if a kangaroo comes after you, get behind it. It can't hop backwards.
Yeah.
Thanks, Snapple.
Snapple facts. You know what? When Snapple was putting their factoids underneath the cap, we were a proper country.
I think we were. Some of the facts,
They're ridiculous, but
they were. But I started off with Phil Simms for that. Next on the list, I'll go Amari Toomer, longest tenured receiver for a Giant. Pretty sure you remember Amari Toomer.
yes.
I have, I'll throw up there. I think Victor Cruz deserves a shout out. He was not there very long, but the impact he made on the team was great. Very. He was a huge part of that Super Bowl run in 2011.
And to this day, anybody that lived through those Super Bowl years always remember the cha-cha. If anybody remembers anything, it's all those Cruz catches and touchdowns. The little dance in the end zone. Everybody else is spiking, humping, doing friggin' bombs. He's out there actually dancing.
No, he was one of the really good wide receiver. Became a reliable target for Eli. Unfortunately, his career derailed because of injuries.
Yeah, he could have had a much longer time there. And
Definitely could. Just never the same after that devastating knee injury.
Friggin' good. A good knee injury could take out the best guys. So it's
right, and his was really bad. And then when he came back, I think he tore his Achilles or something, so he didn't play a snap of football for like 700 days. But when he came back, he wasn't the same.
No, especially for a receiver. Any receiver, hell, a running back. Knee injuries, Achilles injuries. Those are like so hard to come back from. A lineman, a linebacker, they could they could push through it, so to speak, a little bit longer. But I know me, I have Achilles tendonitis, and when it flares up, it fucking hurts. So I could only imagine actually hearing it and then having surgery and trying to get back to where we were.
It's definitely probably really tough. Next, I'll throw up. Let's go, Harry Carson. one of the great linebackers of the 80s on the Giants team. Great leadership. At the time, one of the better linebackers of that era of football. Wasn't the greatest, but Giants in the 80s were known to have a really good linebacking core and a really good defense. Just wish we could replicate that going forward. Then, I'll go Mark Bavaro. I think that's probably, the tight end. Very popular with Giants fans. You know who Mark Bavaro is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Don't want California rubbing off on you too much.
Speaking of like who I don't remember, I'm surprised you haven't said probably our greatest linebacker of all time yet.
Oh no, because he's number one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, that's why I was like, you're starting off with Phil, much love, but Mr. Lightning Lawrence Taylor.
No, Lawrence Taylor is gonna be number one. Him, I would go him number one, Eli number two. Just because Lawrence Taylor faced a lot, there being no other player like Lawrence ever again. I don't think the only person I could think that compares to him would be like Micah Parsons, but even then, Lawrence Taylor was pretty much unblockable. Defense, he drove offenses crazy. Offensive coordinator stayed up all night trying to game plan against them. He changed the game. He was quoted saying he felt like it was a man playing with amongst boys.
Yeah, like nobody could stop Lawrence Taylor.
No one.
Lawrence Taylor couldn't stop Lawrence Taylor.
Then you pop that up with him doing blow. If he was doing it while playing or whatnot, I don't know. But
all right, so you got
and Eli Manning. I mean, it's Eli. Quarterback that wasn't given no credit. They wanted to chase him out of town 3 seasons in. All because he wasn't like his brother. But he helped the Giants win 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. And it's like I get it. Like there are times where he looked like he had Down syndrome, respectfully. And the Giants. I always made the joke during that time frame that the Giants were consistently inconsistent. They'll have an 8-8 season, 8-8 season, go 12-4, lose, go 7-9, then go 10-6, win the Super Bowl, go back to 8-8. It's like, guys, level out.
Yeah, the Giants, under Eli Manning, and there was definitely inconsistency. I think the most consistent they were was probably between 2007 and 2009. Because he did have a winning record in 2007 with a 10-6 record, won the Super Bowl. Following year, they went 12-4, had clinched the number 1 seed, and then got blown out by the Eagles. And then that 2009 year, they started off really hot, and they started off 5-0. And it's like, holy crap, here we go again. And then they won the last 3. They only won 3 more games and finished the season with an 8-8 record after starting 5-0.
Yeah. It's like guys, come on, and especially in New York, if this is, if it was Miami, nobody would be batting an eye. but it's New York, and New York fans, especially in the core New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, it's like could be fucking savages.
Yeah,
Not like
they can.
Kelly, but a different kind of savage, just like cut the guy some slack.
I think he represented the organization very well. New York is a very tough market to play in, and I think he was the perfect guy to do it because he didn't seem like he let the market bother him. It's like, oh, so they're calling him crappy. He's like, oh well, you know. He proved it. He beat the greatest quarterback of all time twice in the Super Bowl. So, and it's a damn shame Eli didn't get voted into the Hall of Fame first ballot.
Yeah, even I'll say, and I love Eli.
I do too.
He'll get into the Hall of Fame eventually, but even I'll say he's not like a first ballot Hall of Famer. Joe Montana, Tom Brady, those guys, Elway, those guys are like definitely first ballot Hall of Famers. But Eli, a couple years he'll get in. It's not. He knows it. We know it.
For sure, Eli was going to be a first ballot. Just two-time Super Bowl MVP, a four-time Pro Bowler. He has a pretty decent resume. He's top 10 in passing of all time. All-time Giants passing leader because it's the only team he played for. He had a lot to his resume, and he doesn't get the respect that I think he deserves as far as being a professional athlete.
Oh yeah, he definitely has the resume for it. You know what I mean? That's why I said, it's only a matter of time. He's getting in. And I know at least in baseball, a lot of the people that vote on it, the writers and stuff, they're very much like, it's very rare for somebody to be voted in first ballot. Just because of their, the writers' stupid moral, want to be moral superiority. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, or if it's like, okay, we have these list of guys that aren't in yet. You got to have 6 guys. These guys have been waiting for 10 years. Let's get them in first. That could
but you had one person that had never been to a Super Bowl. Maybe he was a great player overall, but I think the player's accomplishments should be weighed heavily more than if it's, Eli Manning wasn't a great quarterback. Well, mind you, do you have 2 Super Bowl rings? No. Okay. Did you beat the greatest quarterback of all time in the biggest game of the year twice? No. Okay.
I'm with you 100% on that. By the numbers on paper, yeah, he definitely belongs there. He's definitely getting in. But I'm just trying to rationalize it from the other standpoint of it.
No, I get you. Sorry to put my boots on.
Are they made for walking?
They're made. They're steel toes.
What brand are you wearing?
Timberland.
Oh, Timberland. Gangsta.
They're comfortable. They make a good boot.
They do. Quality boot.
That's, really all the Giants I can think of. I mean, you could say Tiki, but I didn't like how he bashed Eli the season after he retired. So Tiki can go suck a fat one.
Yeah, that as I was thinking about it, like by his performance when he was there, I would put him on the list. But the way when he went out, he retired and then they went and won the Super Bowl. That's just bad timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some of his comments, I'm like, Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's like I'll still put you on there, but
Right.
you know, and I would also, add on, Michael Strahan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Michael Strahan. He's up there.
Um,
He's got to be on that list.
I just had his name. The center. Deal?
What center? Oh, David Deal.
Yes, David Deal. I'd
He
throw
was
him on it.
I believe he was a guard or a tackle. Sean O'Hare was the center
Yeah.
for Eli.
Both those guys I would put on there just because of the timing they were there. I want, again, this could just be me looking back fondly of those 2 Super Bowls, Jason Pierre-Paul, before and after his club hand. If Odell had stayed, Odell would be on that list. Saquon, even the short time he was there, was a class act. You know what I mean?
We miss him.
To go a little further back, the running back Otis Anderson.
Otis Anderson.
And then the 2 coaching mentions, Tom Coughlin and Tuna.
Bill Parcells.
So, yeah, they can't be forgotten and ignored.
They do.
Yeah.
Tom Coughlin has a good resume on him.
Yeah, it's like his resume. He was the right amount of hard ass, and you could tell he was sitting up there at the end, and that's when they were having a lot of fun. Anything
My
else?
wife wanted me to tell you. My wife wanted me to say, make sure she said hi to you.
Oh, hi, Tip.
Oh, that's really all I got with the Giants. I mean, contemplating going. I got to go into work. So
Nobody wants to go to work.
I know. Well, thank you for the short podcast.
Yeah. It's a short, quick one after a little break here, and gonna get back into the groove of everything now that we're officially in this apartment and slowly probably empty these last remaining boxes. But
You'll get there.
Yeah, I gotta think of about next week and work on it and figure something out.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Deuces.
Deuces.